This is our brand new Mantis 105 anchor. It's overweight, oversized, and we're gonna be installing it in this video halfway through a passage in a random marina because this anchor didn't do its job and almost caused us to run aground. To be fair, there was 40-knot winds and a really mean current, all of which was dragging us towards the beach, and then our engine died. But let me go back a bit. It all happened a few months ago when I was doing a 2-day passage from Houston to South Padre. My first mistake was I got a bit of a late start, and it got dark fast. My second one was that of the thousands of oil platforms in the Gulf, I kind of forgot a bunch of them are unmarked. These guys are why I don't want to sail at night. They're decommissioned, but they're still out here and they're not marked on the map. There's another one, and that's why I need radar. Which most boats have, so it's not a big deal, but I only have a chart plotter, and it's really old. How was I supposed to see that? It's not lit, there's no sound. Look at that. That would have been catastrophic. So instead of sailing across the Gulf, I decided to hug the coast where there wouldn't be any platforms. And this way I could anchor at night when I got tired. I sleep like a baby. The anchor holds pretty good, but then again, there's like no wind. And I had put out a lot of chain, which in hindsight is probably why we didn't drag anchor that night. Wake up in the morning and I'm like, this is amazing. Why have I not been doing this sooner? It's just so calm out here. All you hear is the water, no people. It's basically the opposite of sitting in traffic with 4 kids screaming in the backseat. We finally got a good enough wind angle to do some sailing. We are going 6 knots. We're gonna pull out this jib a little bit. Ooh, that leech is really floppy. All right, let's see. We've got an extra knot, 7.5. Once the sail's up, I'm making pretty good time, and I realized I can probably make it to Port Aransas, which is halfway to my destination, and where I almost wrecked the boat. It's like 9 o'clock by the time I get here, so it's already been dark, and I pull up to, it's actually right over there. The winds were a bit higher this night. Not crazy, but 15 to 20 knots. I find a spot about 15 feet deep and I drop the anchor and start letting out chain. At this depth, I need about 75 feet to keep the boat from dragging anchor. But I'm an overachiever, so I let out like an extra 50-ish feet. The wind starts picking up and it starts gusting up to like 40 knots. The surf starts kicking, but it's okay because I've got extra chain down. But this weird thing starts happening where the boat starts turning perpendicular to the beach, which means my chain is going underneath that starboard hull. I give starboard reverse and I do port forward to try to turn the boat this way and nothing happens. I rev it up to 2,200 RPMs and I'm still basically stuck in this position. And that's when I hear the dreaded, which is the sound of one of your engines shutting off. Port engine ends up dying. I try to start it up, it turns and then nothing. So I decide, screw it, I'm just gonna put out some more chain, thinking that the wind will eventually catch me and just like put me in line with chain. But then the surf picks up even more, and then I check my depth and I notice I'm at 12 feet, which means I've dragged quite a bit because I've gone from 15 to 12. Okay, I'm dragging with 100 feet of chain and this dinky anchor up front. I have to reset the anchor. Now, the way you pull up your anchor is you have to creep your boat up so the chain hangs straight down so then the windlass can pull it up. I can't do this because I only have starboard engine and I need port engine to turn me towards the chain. So I decide to go down into the port engine bay. I can hear the fuel pump ticking, but then all of a sudden I hear it stop, which means the fuel pump is working, but it's probably got a bad connection. I wiggle the connections together, I press it really tight, and the fuel starts ticking again. I zip tie the connection so it's super tight against each other, and fire up port engine, and it actually stays. And then I notice we're at 7 feet depth. Our boat is 4.5 feet deep, so I'm basically 3 feet from hitting the bottom, and I'm dragging towards the beach. At that point, I'm freaking out, so I'm running up forward to check the chain position, because I can't see that from the helm. Then I'm running back to the helm, and I'm steering and adjusting the throttle, and then I run back up front to check where the chain is, and the boat is just shifting up and down the whole time. So I'm literally bouncing my way forward and like running into the lifelines and then running my way back. I was honestly lucky I didn't fall off the boat. I finally get over the anchor, I pull it all the way up, and I just literally gun it forward away from the beach.
and go all the way up and around the entrance of the jetty.
And that's how we ended up at this random marina in Port Aransas, Texas.
Forget about where we were trying to go. First order of business is getting a new anchor on here so we don't drag. The thing is, I've got a brand new Mantis 105 anchor sitting in our dock box at our home marina in Kemah.
But I'm several hundred miles south in Port Aransas.
So either I can buy a new anchor somewhere around here, or I can go make some friends, ask for a ride, go rent a car, and drive all the way home to pick up our anchor, which is what I do.
Now that we've actually done some sailing, I know exactly what we need, because I've been out there now, and dragging anchor is not fun at all. Ah, new anchor. Roll bar.
It was just stuck.
Shank.
'Cause I'm strong like bull.
Oh, you are strong, girl. Fluke. We just need bolts. Where are our bolts?
There are 4 bolts that connect the shank to the fluke, and then 2 bolts that connect the roll bar to the fluke. They are somewhere on this boat. I'm certain of it. I wouldn't have thrown it away. I don't know why I didn't just leave it in the dock box, but we need to head to Mantis anyways to pick up a new swivel.
We're back at Mantis again. We need bolts.
This is Greg. He's the inventor of the Mantis anchors,
Which size swivel do you need?
I don't know, a good one. Give me the best one.
and he still works as an ER doctor, which I don't understand, but I do call him for medical advice.
It's going on a 105, your 105 anchor,
What chain size?
and I have half-inch chain.
You have half-inch chain?
And I was out there and it was
Are you
bad.
your chain size?
No, 100% half-inch chain. I was dragging with 100 feet of chain out. At 9 feet, I was dragging with 100 feet of chain. No, not on your anchor. That's why you need to put on your anchor. So here we go. Swivel. My current swivel is a shackle.
A what?
A shackle.
A shackle.
That's my
It's
current
okay, it's
swivel.
okay.
My chain hook is really embarrassing.
Okay.
It's a carabiner.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a
Like the one
carabiner.
that bends?
With a wire gate. Not even like a real gate.
Take the collar off. Feed it onto the chain.
So chain goes in here.
Connect the end of the chain to the pin. Imagine the chain now is not connected, right? You put Teflon tape here, and that's just so when you screw this in, it's not loosey-goosey, but a tight screw. And then you're gonna open the pin, and it has a T-head, and the T-head goes right in here. The shackle goes to the anchor and gets bolted onto the swivel. And then you just have to remember to seize the head.
After we get everything loaded up, we leave with new hardware, which he didn't charge me for, and a new swivel. By now it's the weekend, so Mary and the kids drive me 3.5 hours back to Port Aransas. So the transient docks at this marina are really far from the parking lot. You literally have to walk down this boardwalk before you even get to the docks. And then the T-dock that we're on is at the very end of the dock part.
This doesn't look good.
I got it.
So realistically, we need to make a few trips to carry the anchor to the boat, but I don't do a few trips. One trip, never more. I made it. I knew I was gonna make it. I knew I could do it. One trip, never more than one trip. Always one. And then Mary, the beast that she is, you're strong like bull. She picks up the anchor, throw it, and hands it to me up on the boat. Yes! And then she turns right around the next morning and heads back to Houston so the kids can make it to school. Thank you, Mary. You're amazing. I couldn't do this without you. Which brings me to how I film myself by myself when there's nobody else around. In this video, I've been using this little guy right here. Wait, where's the stick? Where did the stick go? This camera makes this stick disappear and it just looks like I have a cameraman just following me around. So this is a 360 camera that films in all directions at once, so you literally miss nothing. And you can wait till after the fact to reframe everything and pick what angles you want to show or how zoomed in you want to be. It shoots in 8K, 30 frames a second, but you can also drop it down to 4K and get 120 frames a second, which is super slow-mo. It's got this adaptive tone feature that optimizes the color and the contrast and the brightness. When it's shooting, it just captures everything, all of the data, and then it does it all after the fact when you export. It's waterproof, of course, and later in this video, I dive with it naked like this, and also with the invisible dive case. So naked, it can go about 50 feet deep, and with the dive case, you can get to 164. Oh wait, is that another X5 back there? If you have a couple of these and you just set them up around your boat or wherever you're filming, you can literally just walk around and have them both track you and bounce between the two cameras and capture everything. The two biggest improvements for me is that the X5 now has way better low light quality and the lens caps are now replaceable. So the old X4, if you were to ever scratch the lens, you'd have to send the whole thing in, pay like $200 for them to fix it for you. Now if you scratch the lens, there's this little tool that pops it off and you put the new one on. You can actually use it like an action camera instead of babying it all the time like I used to. The editing part is super simple. You just draw a box around whatever you want it to follow. You click this button here to analyze everything, and then it will literally track you throughout the entire video and reframe everything for you. This is one of the most unique cameras to shoot with, especially if you're on the boat. This is my favorite shot right here. It's the off the bow shot. Help support our channel and check out the link below to get one of these cameras for yourself. So a literal week goes by and this anchor remains uninstalled because I can't sort out in my head how I'm gonna get everything connected and then get it off of the boat without breaking the boat or breaking myself. And in the meantime, I build this underwater hull scraper that's motorized and has 22,000 lumens of flashlight power. It's amazing what you can do when you need an excuse not to do something else. I may have been procrastinating. By now, it's weekend again, so Mary the kids come back down to help me figure out the anchor situation. First step is to get the anchor assembled, which is actually really, really easy.
These right here are a little bit longer. They go here. These guys are a little shorter. They're gonna go here and here.
I don't know the torque spec, but Greg said just compress it until the washer is flat and we should be good.
So we gotta coat all the threads with this nasty grease.
The whole thing? Like the whole thing?
Yeah, all the threads. You know what this smells like? It smells like...
It smells like cow poop.
Yeah, that's exactly what it smells like, manure. I hate manure.
The anchor is amazing, okay guys? All of the 450s that I know use this anchor. There's literally one across the way right there on that boat over there. The only downside to this anchor is the grease that you have to use smells like shit. I'm not saying it smells like shit as in it smells bad. I'm saying it smells like shit as in literal shit. I feel like they should go tighter, but I always make the mistake of over tightening bolts. So, okay, just a little.
Why was it so boring?
Come here, sit right here, I'll show you something.
Wanna smell this?
Ew.
That's what cow poop smells like.
Oh, you're gonna do this one.
Ow.
All right, go watch your movie, go.
So now we have to uninstall the old anchor. First I undo the shackle with a pair of pliers, and then I have to take a line and take the pressure off the shackle, because once we disconnect that shackle, it's just gonna fall into the ocean. All goes smooth, I get the shackle off, and I just literally hang it there and pull the chain up. This right here is our old swivel. As you can see, it doesn't swivel. It's just gonna break. This right here replaces this. Much different. Does not turn, turns a lot. And at this point, I have a major brain fart. And I'm disassembling this swivel super careful not to drop anything, okay? Because the trampolines are right here and we have so many holes in our trampoline. So I'm holding every piece ever so carefully. So we
Damn it. What was that?
That was the piece that goes into our chain.
Shoot.
Okay, so we won't be installing the chain today. Oh my gosh. This whole project is ruined because I can't put the anchor onto this chain without a swivel. It's gonna break the shackle. I was super bummed. But I remembered that my youngest son has been begging me to take him magnet fishing. And being the amazing father that I am, I purchased him a magnet fishing kit and it's on the boat. Okay, fine, I didn't remember. It was my oldest son. He's the one that remembered. And we rig it up with some paracord that's like not quite long enough. Yes. Okay, it's slightly magnetic, look.
I think it went down right here.
Yeah. Hold on tight, hold on tight.
And just keep on going back and forth. You're gonna do that probably for like an hour.
Now you can't tell if you have it up. You have to pull it all the way up and look underneath, and then you throw it back down and you just keep on repeating. He did it probably like 50, maybe 100 times. So I go grab the dinghy because I'm thinking if he does pull it up, I want to be right there to like catch this little piece before it disappears forever.
No. Here, why don't you take it off so I can do it? Got it, thanks.
We need a new trampoline. Since I'm lower, I can actually use a different method. I can drop it down and drag it in a Z formation. And I did it one time. I'm pulling it up and guess what I see underneath?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
No way you got it.
Oh my God! I got it! No way!
Whoa, it worked! I cannot believe we got it! Thank you, Dee Boy, because he's the one that's always begging up. This is the old anchor, by the way. He's always begging to go magnet fishing. No way, I cannot believe it. Watch me drop it again.
The end of the chain goes in here. This little piece that we dropped, this goes in like that. We screw it down.
And in goes the T-pin to lock it all down.
Look at how nicely that swivels.
And now we need seizing wire for that?
Seizing wire is also known as safety wire. It's just wire that you put through the bolt and then wrap around the shackle so the bolt can't accidentally undo itself over time. I have this super cool seizing wire tool that spins it for you. You can totally just do it with a pair of pliers. You don't need this.
Ah, I have a glue gun.
It's called a
I'm gonna shoot you.
It's called an impact wrench. Very strong. Now that we have all this connected, we're gonna take it all apart because the chain is going through our safety line right there. I can't get the anchor through that. Why, Didi? Why did you let me do that? You see what I'm saying?
You need to go over.
Yes.
Why'd you tell me to pull it through there?
I don't know why I told you to pull it. I'm gonna take the impact wrench and see if I can break the safety wire.
Did it go right through?
No, it didn't. It's not. It's not turning. The safety wire is holding it. Okay, now we know. Safety wire can actually hold against an impact wrench. Let's get the chain hook onto the bridle and then the bridle onto the boat.
What's the bridle?
The bridle is that thing right there.
That thing?
That line right there that's going to connect to both sides of the boat and then hold the chain. Now the chain hook gets connected to the end of the bridle, also with a shackle, also with seizing wire. That's our new chain hook. And the back side of the bridle, I have to jump back into the dinghy to connect to the eye bolts. Our old ones weren't actually connected with shackles. They were just tied on with a bosun's knot, a bowline knot, bowline. Why is it called a bowline? It's a bowline. The reason why a bowline knot is so significant and we use it on boating is because it's really easy to undo, like even if it's under a ton of pressure. And these knots have been under tons of pressure because the anchor pulls on it. It's as tight as it will ever get. And I was still able to undo it pretty easily. I get both of those off. I get the new shackles on.
Somehow connecting 6 bolts and 4 shackles took the whole day. And by the time I was done with the other side, we were too distracted to throw the anchor in.
Oh, Marlin!
That's cool, huh?
The next day,
Hey guys, Editing David here. If you're enjoying this video so far, you should definitely check out our Patreon. Like the version of this video that's posted on Patreon actually has some footage that's not on the YouTube version. We also do these live Zoom calls where I try to fix something on the boat and everybody on the call tells me how to do it.
I don't mind sitting here in comfort watching you do work.
Just really be careful when you go for it.
Don't mess it up.
broke it, see?
And we also have a super cool chat group with even cooler people in it. We talk boat stuff, living aboard. They make fun of me for editing so slow. New trampoline day. Old trampoline. New trampoline. Okay, back to the video.
The next day, it is time to sink this anchor. No more excuses.
Mary was leaving tomorrow, and I absolutely needed her help because
This anchor is 105 pounds, which I can probably military press over my head and just like throw in. What I can't do is hold the anchor and all the chain.
which is actually heavier than the anchor.
The chain is what is used to stop the boat from moving when you're at anchor, believe it or not. The anchor is just to hold the chain.
But before that, there's one last thing. We need to get in here to get to that forward eye bolt so we can make sure it's tight. We really don't want the bridle pulling that eye bolt loose.
These bolts right there, those are the ones we're trying to get to. There's already fiberglass in my eye, I feel it. Okay. All these guys are tight.
Whoever installed them had put a bunch of silicone on top of the threads and under the bolt, so like everything was stuck and you'd be able to see if it had moved.
Now the only thing left to do is to pull up the old anchor and figure out a way to drop the new anchor overboard, and it's a whole lot bigger and heavier.
Okay, let's compare these two anchors.
Here's a side-by-side of our old anchor and brand new anchor. This one is 25 kilograms, which is 55 pounds. This one, 105 pounds, so almost double the weight. Size-wise, it's about double as well. This one has a roll bar, which helps right itself if it gets upside down. This has these flared end pieces, which I guess are supposed to do the same thing.
Here you drag. This thing is like so tiny. It's so cute.
So this is the new Mantis swivel we have here, and this is the old swivel we have. We had no swivel. And then we've got the chain hooks. We have been anchoring on this tiny little cute carabiner. On this side, we've got the giant Mantis chain hook. Look at how beefy this sucker is. The reason you need a chain hook at all is because you don't want all the weight of the anchor and the boat pulling directly on your windlass. Without a chain hook holding, this chain right here would just constantly be pulling against this motor. Eventually it'll give out. You lock the chain hook on, you give the chain a little bit of slack, and then there's no pressure on the windlass. This is our new bridle. There's chafe protection up on the front because you don't want the lines rubbing against the chain or the mooring ball. Okay, you wanna help me throw this anchor in?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I can rig up like a breakaway line of some kind that holds most of the weight of the chain. But what do I have that can hold all that weight and then still break away when the anchor drops? I was like, paracord? No, paracord can hold like 700 pounds. That definitely will hold the chain, but it will also just tear the front of our crossbeam off. Maybe I could set up a knife, like a blade underneath. It would like cut the paracord, but that's dumb. We're definitely gonna break something. And then I'm like, fishing line. I have this super high test fishing line.
I'm gonna try to rig this line right here to hold up the chain. So if I can tie the chain up onto here somewhere.
I doubled that up, looped it into the chain, and hung it over our spare anchor holder.
I'm gonna hook that over here, and then when we drop everything down, it'll just break. But then what if it breaks too soon, and then it pulls us over? That would not be good either.
We lay out the mainsail, this is our old broken mainsail, over the whole ridden trampoline. With the mainsail there, it kind of spreads the weight out over the whole trampoline. We do a few practice runs because we have to be synchronized as we throw everything over. Then it's go time. She grabs what looks like the heavy side, but guys, I'm a gentleman, okay? I'm actually holding the side that's heavier because of the chain. We pick it up. Mary's a beast, dude. She's strong like bull. And we start shimmying our way like over to the cross beam and then on top of it, and then we lift it up. I thought we could lift it up over our heads. Like I really wanted the thumbnail of this video to be like holding the anchor above like this, like yeah, but we couldn't do it. It was too heavy. But we did get it over there on the edge, and I check everything one last time, and I'm just making sure the chain isn't looped through my leg, and then this happens.
2, 1, go push.
The fishing line trick actually worked.
New anchor, baby!
And our new anchor was fully on the boat. We were able to pull it up with the windlass. It struggled a little bit, and we're definitely gonna need a new windlass, but for the time being, it did pull everything up, and we took the boat out and tested the anchor for real.
Nice.
Okay,
That is so much beefier than our old one.
I feel safe now.
Okay, let's drop more chain down, about 20 feet more until that bridle is taut.
And there's no pressure on the windlass, and I start gunning it backwards, and it's pulling the anchor tight, and all of a sudden, the boat literally like shudders because we've dug this anchor. There's no dragging, there's no movement, and then all that chain slowly drops down and pulls your boat forward. And that's when you know you have fully set the anchor. And the next time I'm trying to anchor in the surf with 40-knot winds, I know that we'll be safe. If you're in the market for an action camera that can like literally film in every single direction at once,
Okay, one more practice one.
Ready?
check out our link below.
And you'll be able to get shots like this.
What are you doing? I wasn't going
I
yet.
thought it was the one!
We didn't even film. You have to press play. You have to record. We're still practicing. Why would I run backwards and jump like this? I don't jump like that. I was being funny.